Welcome back. We're live here on the Gears Pro Circuit main stage. New Orleans Open. I got the Gosu crew and Optic Gaming ready to kick off an epic match here on the main stage. I'm going to start over here with my man Demo for Gosu crew. Now, you guys, you back together with your man Clouts. Guy Blaze said you guys are like peanut butter and jelly. How would you guys say your relationship is and when y'all game together?
It's just me and Klaus, you know, we come from the bottom together. You know, when we first met, nobody gave us any respect, nobody knew our name, and we climbed to the top and was there for a while. You know, it was a big mistake letting him go in the first place, and safe to say I learned from my mistakes and won't let that happen again.
All right, now last time you guys teamed up, you actually did take out Optic Game, and I believe it was like in London in the first season. What do you guys need to do right now to make sure you guys get this victory here?
Let me correct you, we didn't take them out. We simply sent them to losers. You know, we lost that event at the end of the day, so a lot of things were learned at that event and through the course of that season. So right now, we're just coming into this. There's just another team in our way, just ready to play Gears.
All right, how you gonna knock down that green wall right now?
I can't give away strategy, Shady. You know that. Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna swing it over here to you now. You guys had a lot of team changes. Last time I saw you guys, this team ain't look like this when I was in Dallas. What's been the inspiration behind the team changes?
Honestly, we had to let go of Kenny and Icy. I think it was really just time for a new beginning. I think they would agree on that change. It's a new environment, it's a new vibe, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
All right, now you guys didn't have a good showing in Vegas. I believe y'all finished 4th or so. So tell me this, what type of statement are you guys making coming in, taking out your first pool play game, 14-0? I saw you guys sit down, and when I looked over, y'all was standing up. Tell me about that.
The competition right now with this game is at the highest it's ever been. We're not taking any teams lightly. Anyone that sits in front of us, we're going to take them out. So
even Gosu crew over here, you're not taking them lightly? You ready to take them out as well?
Yes, them included.
Them included. All right, Gosu crew, Optic Gaming. You know what time it is. Lock it up.
I really feel like I'm just coming to this event to win, honestly. If we were to go down 6-0, we can't sit there and fold and lose composure because we can't forget why we came here. We came here to win. So if we have to win those 7 rounds straight, we got to win those 7 rounds straight.
Welcome back. I'm your host, the most valiant. Right next to me, we have analysts Waldo and Casters, Benson and God Blaze. And fellas, I have a question, especially for the analysts. The Ghost crew, they've been doing extremely well as of late, but can they be called a dark horse?
Listen, last time I called Demo Dark Horse, he took it, his name was Wingjamin, ran him into the glue factory. This time, and with the way the matches have gone today, you could honestly say, like, if they can show up and if they can compete like the other teams have, they have potential. But honestly, this is the new Optic Gaming roster. They've been very scary. They 14-0'd their first match. They were done in about 20 minutes, so we'll see what happens here.
I don't really count that first game too much. I mean, this is actually going to be a good test for Optic Gaming.
Yes.
And let's be honest, with how things have gone this Friday, who knows what could happen in our closing games. We've had upsets, storylines, everything we could possibly want. I mean, Guy said at the start of the show, this could be our best Friday. You weren't wrong.
Nah, definitely wasn't on that one. We've had exciting matchups all day long, close games all day, and I think this is going to be Optic's kind of first test going into the Saturday and going in towards that champ bracket as well. And I'm more so excited to see how they're going to play on Saturday as well. But Benson, you take a look at that map cycle. We're going to have lifting down, banned out. We got Foundation on the board, which is going to be Optic Gaming's pick. We got Forge Blitz, which is going to be Gosu's pick. And then if we go to distance, we got Impact and map number 3.
I like Foundation. I like Foundation because if you take a look at Demo's history of teams, they're really good at rotating. That's the one thing that they're great at. Demo is a very vocal leader. And you know, I like to remain optimistic, but this Optic Gaming roster coming off of 4th place and picking up Praise's Solars, is that a team that you want to go against this early at an event?
Honestly, it's not. Well, this is the true test for Gosu crew.
Yeah, I actually kind of think it is. It's a pool play game, right? For Gosu crew, they already won their first series, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So theoretically, all you have to do is beat the team from open bracket. You guarantee yourself in a winner's bracket. There's a lot of hype around this Optic Gaming squad. Hey, I would just come out, play your best game, go back, watch the VOD if you lose, and ultimately try and figure out your mistakes.
Yeah, so we're going to kick things off on map 1, Foundation, the Gosu crew, and Optic Gaming.
All right, Ben, let's get this one underway. We're going to be kicking off with the one and only Mental for a brief moment. But taking a look at this overhead cam, you're going to see both teams. Gosu coming out with a strat, actually not sitting nobody down low towards open, just going to work those Lancers and try to get that opening down, but not able to capitalize off that kill. You're going to see Optic spring into action, and Gosu responds as well. Both teams fighting back and forth.
And for a minute there, I had flashbacks of London from Season 1. If you remember when Demo was under the United organization, the way he approached Optic Gaming was slow, it was methodical. They didn't cap their home hills. They played for the first fight. It felt like every round was a 20-second respawn round, if you will. And I'm curious to see if that's going to be a similar kind of mentality that he and the boys are going to try and approach against Greenwald this time around.
You know, one thing I love what Explosive said. He says, hey, you know what? The competition is at its highest, right?
Yep.
And we're not going to take anybody lightly. And that's the mentality what you want. You know, this Optic Gaming roster, they've been getting a lot of praise. You know, everybody's been hyping them up, so they do have that confidence on their side, but they cannot let that one get to them.
No, you most definitely can't. I mean, this is an Optic Gaming squad who should be used to praise. We're talking about the best dynasty in Gears of War history. Now you make a team change. That's big boots to fill, guy, right? Ultimately, when you're coming off a dynasty like that, you have to perform well.
You know what? I love the play that we just saw to Gosu. They decided, hey, we cannot get into this B hill. Let's just overextend, try to push towards top tables. And you're going to see Mental push through mid-map and start to get their home hill. That's actually going to mess up the push of Gosu crew. So we'll see if they can stay alive in this one, and they cannot. Domination coming through very quickly. But you know what? Just a few kills in that round. Once again, that was one of those slow, methodical rounds. You see all 5 players of Optic Gaming standing on top of the home hill of Gosu crew. And usually when you see that, that just means that in that round, Optic just had superb teamwork.
Pretty much. And, you know, when it's that slow, methodical round, it works for Optic Gaming too, right? It may work for you, but it's also going to work for them. You reduce the overall amount of kills. They're always going to be a consistent squad no matter what. Probably one of the more consistent squads in the circuit. They win round number 1 there. Curious to see what we get now in terms of weapon pushing.
All right, let's see. Currently, you got the block being hovered. We'll see if that's the decision which they decide to do. And I wouldn't be against it because a lot of these teams, they like the boom shot enclosed, which is going to be the weapon position right up under this one. So you block that. Both teams, you know, they do thrive with that boom shot on the map. So at this point, it's only going to be pretty much one location where it's going to go, and that's going to be closed. So set up the map early on. We'll see coming into this one, into this round, how Gosu wants to respond, especially with just 2 kills in their name.
That's the key, right? You look at that scoreboard and what's the big story to tell. The fact that Gosu in round number 1 only able to get 2 kills overall. They started slow, but they need to make sure they're picking up those kills. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it in round number 2 here. On board with Explosive to kick things off. 3 kills and 3 downs from round number 1 to his name. He's going to be able to try and continue at that tempo.
All right, let's see. How's this going to back down? I love the opening strat from Gosu in round number 1, but this time they decided to just kind of push down and try to get control. You're going to see the rotation. They decided to actually push through and try to get the home hill of Optic Gaming. They're going to take down Explosive. So holding off strong. They're going to have both home hills in their favor. Demo trying to get a little risky, trying to take down Solars, but he's going to end up having a backup. He's going to have his teammate support. Solar is going to manage to be able to make it out of that, but Optic is going to treat this B hill like their home hill.
Yep, they're going to have to for now at least, because Gosu have control of both homes and make him down to Vital to make the defensive play first and foremost. Meanwhile, Heza, he's managed to find himself a double across map, and now all of a sudden you find yourself in a potential trip cap domination scenario.
They saved their teammate as well. That's going to be 4 down. They just need the B hill. Nobody's going to be in position, so they should get this hill and they should get this round as well. Taking a look at C.
Don't speak too soon,
guys. They're on top of the home hill, but they should have 3 players. Actually, yeah, they had 1 Mental. He was able to break through and decap that C hill, but they were not able to get the home hill of Optic.
Looking over at Vital once again as they pull away from the A hill. 2-to-1 hill advantage. Gosu crew, they've earned themselves a nice little point lead so far, but it's definitely not enough to rest on your laurels.
And here's the push coming top tables from Optic. You're going to see all 5 players in this area. They know that, hey, if we lost the B hill, that neutral hill, our next goal is to try to go for that home hill setup and push our opponent's home hill. So that's exactly what they're seeing. They're doing exactly what Gosu did in the beginning of the round. But Gosu with the lead, we'll see how they can get control over their home hill once again. But most importantly, it's making sure that your team can be secured on top of the B hill, as well as making sure you got mid-map control.
And Hesitation's done a great job of just stepping things up a little bit here in round number 2. It's what Gosu crew need from him, in my opinion. He's a fantastic individual and a great talent overall, but you need a solid performance. The overall score 123 to 94. It looks like Gosu crew may be able to lock in a 2-to-1 hill advantage. A is being capped, and I guess, pressure back on the green wall.
Yeah, here comes that extra help. Detox has to kind of push off that home hill and try to help his teammate get this kill. But the question is, these guys working together. Detox, can he get it? Yes, he can. That's going to be a big double kill for him. Now rotating back on over towards Optic Gaming's home hill.
And that's such an important kill because it's going to give them that 2-to-1 hill pressure once again. And look at the score. It's going to start to reflect more and more as this game goes on. 157 and 125. Optic Gaming could be in some trouble here in round number 2. A is being contested, as is C. So a potential flip here of both home hills. Overall, that isn't going to do too much to the overall score. You have to keep your eyes on that B hill. That's where Optic Gaming can win this game.
Yes, it is. But you see, nobody's in position to B hill. They've been fighting, both teams been fighting heavily for control over the home hills, but now Summons will get this hill for free, but Gosu crew just need one hill in their favor. These are going to be some big key gunfights to win. Can Detox go big again? That's the real question. They do have a guy down. Here comes the rest of the cavalry. They're going to step in the hill. Domination's not going to be able to come through, but Praise going big, and Clouds responds. Here comes the reinforcements. They need to clear out this home hill.
Have they sent anyone to overextend, though? That's the big question here, because the pressure is still in for Optic Gaming. And look at the score. Keep your eye on it. 190 to 172. Optic doing such a good job of keeping C neutral. Finally, Vital's able to clean up the kill, but has Optic Gaming got the score close enough? By quick glance, I think they may have just done enough.
But they can get this home hill for free. They just need to push on through. They got plenty of time to decap it.
They have to touch it quickly.
This should be free. Yep, they still got the point lead, so they got to fight. Big 1v1. Can Summons hold off? He goes down. Clean up the kill. The decap doesn't come through. Oh!
Optic's overextended. Optic's overextended towards C as well.
They got it. Gosu ties it up 1-1. Oh, that was a close round, but that's what you need. Wow. And one thing about Gosu is that you got to be able to give them appreciation for is that they're matching the intensity of Optic. They're matching those kills early on, not allowing this team to get momentum.
I feel like that round could have maybe been a little bit easier, though. They definitely made that a little tough when you're funneling in towards your home hill, when the pressure's being applied. You almost need to just say, someone overextend.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on the mid-neutral hill. It's an easier win condition than just single file, just pushing towards your home hill where the green wall is ready and waiting.
Also, I felt at the same time with that home hill aggression, they were all pushing down the same line, right? And that guy who was in front didn't want to make the first move. He was kind of trading off the damage. They just needed to be quicker in that situation, but in the end, it kind of worked out for them. So I believe that the secondary weapon spots were prioritized in that weapon selection. And yeah, we're going to have the hammer burst go down.
Much better slaying from the Gosu crew there in round number 2. Still Optic Gaming outslaying pretty heavily. But ultimately, when push comes to shove, it was Gosu crew that did win the second round. So as you say, Guy, all tied up, 1-1. Refuel delay, of course, goes up by 2 seconds in this round. It's a great start for Gosu crew, but there's Praise to clean things up. Makes it a level 3v3 momentarily.
Yeah, he was able to get through. You saw that smoke he threw to kind of, I believe, stun Detox to give him that clear pathway towards middle map and get that pinch in as well. And it just shows that, you know, especially on this map, you can have that initial engagement, but you got to watch both alleys coming from Statue, also coming from the B hill as well, because you can get pinched from either side. And so now Detox, hammer burst to hand, trying to put some shots in on Summons. He's going to back up, regroup with Praise, I believe, mid-map, and now holding strong. You got Gosu crew trying to decap this B hill. Demo, he's in a position to help Vital. They're going to have to spread out. Demo's trying to draw some attention towards him. That's going to be a key smoke. Can Vital catch somebody off guard? He does get a trade, and Demo is still drawing some attention towards him. Trying to use that pistol, not able to get a kill, putting in some damage, but at this point, his team needs to use this opportunity, push top tables, and try to go for the home hill of Optic Gaming.
Well, as it stands, 50-20 is the score lead for Optic Gaming. Still a 2-1 hill advantage as well. Heavily in their favor. Quick glance at the overhead map, and you can really see the way this map is starting to set up. Still 2 players from Optic Gaming lingering around that B hill. Realistically, you're funneling Gosu crew to maybe play over towards their own home hill, but Optic have resources ready and waiting defensively there as well. Gosu crew, they got to start slaying it. They got to
This is a perfect flank. They got all these players exactly where they want them. Vital cannot die in his situation, and that's going to be 1 kill, but he still managed to die. Even though they cleaned up both of them, the pressure came in on top of their home hill, so they're 3 down, but it's currently a 2v2 situation. Hez is going to overextend, trying to get the decap on Optic's home hill.
I know Praise did exactly what Hez did on the other side of the map there, so both home hills essentially neutral for now. Mental flies in, cleans up Hazza. You've got Clouds over towards the B hill. That should be neutral. could potentially now have yourself that 2-1 advantage back in favor of Gosu Crew if the fight of B as well. But bear in mind, the fight for the home hill is still going on. Finally, Detox is going to clean up summons. So 8 back in their control, but Optic Gaming now with a huge lead in terms of points. 135 to 65. You have to start thinking about maybe neutralizing the home hill here to try and stop that bleeding.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do the math in my head to see if with a 2 cap, is this going to be unwinnable? And I do believe that Gosu Crew is going to have to try to get this hill decapped and try to swing this momentum in their favor. They're probably in a situation in which they do need that domination, explosives, control, and top tables. You're going to see how good he is using these secondary weapons, the hammer burst, how accurate he can be. The B hill is decapped, so they will win that one. Domination coming through. The home hill of Gosu is going to be the A hill. They're looking to push in. Can they get the kill? Yes, they do. And also at the same time, the B hill not being capped up. Explosives looking to reposition.
The problem is Gosu Crew have absolutely zero control of this map as it stands right now. And you look at the score lead as well. For Optic Gaming, you can just play the rotation game. Just wrap around the map if you want to. Just hold one hill. It's all that you need to do. You cannot get trip cap though. And for a moment, there is a little bit of pressure being applied onto the map. A fight over towards the C hill, which is basically Gosu Crew's only win condition right now. Is it going to be one? It looks like Optic do win it. And ultimately, that should seal the deal for this round. Optic Gaming about to go 2-1 up.
Hey, I believe during this weapon selection process, we're going to get this boom place. It's either we're going to get some nades to our statue, or both these teams are going to say, hey, you know what, it's time. Let's get the boom enclosed. And then at that point, we're about to see the real fight and the real testament of both these teams on this map.
As you said, 2-1 in favor of Optic Gaming. Now, in terms of weapon placement, what do you expect? Is it going to be go big here for Gosu Crew? Try and maybe speed up the initial rounds?
Yeah, you know what? I think it is. Because, you know, we only got 2 slots left, right? We got the boom shot. We got the middle weapon selection spot that's enclosed. We also have the one on statue as well. And we could see some nades go down and close. That's not out of the question just yet. And maybe Gosu actually wants to block that spot with the nades down. I'm assuming it may be boom. I know that's exactly what Optic wants, and I think Gosu's ready for that fight as well. But they're going to just choose to put the nades. So this could be a light first half and just using the nades and the incense and the support weapons as well with that block down. During that last round, we will see as well a weapon being swapped out. So
that's a scary scoreboard. Mental praise both with 12. And you know, a teammate right behind at 10 as well. That's a scary, scary sight there, guys.
It is, you know, and that's kind of that's what you expect out of them as well. But you want to make sure that those guys are going off and they're leading that kill feed, because you know that their confidence is going to be through the roof. And when they're firing off on all cylinders, Optic Gaming is pretty much unbeatable in a sense. And you're going to see they're going to pick up 3 kills in quick succession and getting this B hill capped up as well. We'll see what Klaus can do. He's taking some shots from both sides. He's getting pinched and he's going to end up falling as well. Still, that C hill starting to be capped up now. We're currently in 16-second respawns. The nades are going to go down. Nobody's going to be able to push through that lane, and that's going to be an easy round for Optic Gaming.
36 seconds. All it took Optic Gaming there to win that round, and they did so extremely comfortably. And you look at them, zero emotion, and it does beg the question. Of course, we asked at the beginning of the day, new Optic versus old Optic, who do we all have? It's very hard to say new Optic as of yet, considering the achievements and accomplishments that the old Optic Gaming squad was able to really prove themselves.
And honestly, if they don't match those achievements, that old Optic roster is still better.
Absolutely. So, yes, pressure on the 2 new players and 2 new additions.
And that's a lot of achievements to match, you know, with 5 majors in a row like that. Just dominating that many 2Ks and just effortlessly just beating all the teams up on the circuit.
They did make it look simple, that is for sure.
All right.
Almost got boring for a while.
As I said, those incense was going to end up going down as well. All right, so just nades are going to be mid-map. And those nades will go in favor of Optic Gaming. We'll see the pressure coming through. They're going to be able to take out Heza as well. Summons is holding off the push. He's going to be able to find an opportunity to cap this B hill. And that's something that Detox should not want to happen. I personally feel like he should go down there and challenge Summon in that 1v situation, because now Summons can just play that passively, and it's going to be very hard to decap that. But also at the same time, if you do win that fight and press Summons back, you can kind of cut mid-map and give that help to your team that needs it.
Yeah, you don't want to play too passively. Of course, you're basically putting yourself in a reactionary position as Summons now scrambles away. B hill still hasn't been touched. You can see Gosu Crew's intentions here. They want to make sure that they get the kills first and foremost. Again, playing it almost as if it is a 20-second respawn timer, as ultimately Summons falls. A and B now controlled by Gosu Crew, so they're going to slowly but surely chip away at the early Optic Gaming lead. And they should, theoretically, actually take the lead here, but Hez is in another good position to try and make a ruckus, but Mental read it like a book, finds the pick, and instantly puts acceleration over towards A.
All right, so you know the call-out's coming, that Optic Gaming is pushing top tables. They're trying to flood your home hill. Clouds is trying to hold off as strongly as possible, try and at least take one kill to the grave, willing to make it easier for his team, but they showed up to the party late. But I think in that situation, instead of, you know, getting there late, you might as well just rotate on over towards Optic Gaming's home hill and force them to make that decision. Do we back up? Do we keep going forward? And try to confuse them a little bit. Don't meet them where they know that you're going to be.
Right. Meanwhile, Demo down low at B. He's managed to hold on to that and ultimately avoid a trip cap. But for how long? Because you can see the pressure now coming in down low. First couple of players to the party. Summons and Explosive are going to be there. The down comes through, but if you're Demo, you can't just sit back and watch. Is trip cap coming through? Is anyone going to touch a hill elsewhere? It's going to be the A hill that gets broken instantly.
Are you going to get 3? Nah, he cannot, but he did pick up 2, and that's going to be a wipe. He wasn't able to decap that hill either, so that's going to go up quickly. And Optic Gaming 4-1. Now, this is where I believe that you want to get that boom shot, because my thing is that I feel like you have to beat Optic in that opening initial, right? Beat them down low, acquire that boom shot, and just progress forward and use that in those higher respawn rounds, the 18, the 20-second respawns, and try to come back into this one. That's one thing I don't want Gosu to do, is play too passively when it comes down to those weapon selection processes. Just because the simple fact is that, you know, force Optic Gaming to play their best. You know, force those huge engagements. And if you come out on top, they should be able to come out and win a round, because they are a very fast-paced team, just like Optic Gaming.
Well, as it stands, though, Optic with the comfortable lead, 4-1. And really, it was the second round, I believe, that Gosu crew came out and really took that fight. As it stands, though, hesitation. We'll find the first. Vital with the second. Now a nice early round start. 3 plays from Optic Gaming.
And the Boom's on the ground. That's 3 down. They should be able to get this 1 kill easily, so they're going to get that. Boom's going to get picked up as well.
That's 4. This is where you have to go. You have to go.
So overhead, can we see the overhead map? Because I'm curious on where everybody else is positioned. One person's.
You have AC and B all completely covered. The question is, where is your boom shot?
Yeah, one player's that B.
It better be an A.
The A hill is the most important one.
Well, it's
and
not.
they still haven't killed this guy, and that actually annoyed me a little bit, because you had 3 in that position. Now on a 20-second respawn, you give Optic time to get in position and defend that home hill.
And this is the problem, when your boom shot isn't at the other team's home hill. If you're still at B and you have to try and rotate, that just takes time. Optic Gaming will survive every single time that happens.
At least he has 1 boom. Now he needs to be patient, because he knows that Optic's going to try to flood this top table position to get to the home hill. Now you just hold off as long as possible. You may have to protect Vital, because he's in a difficult position. He's trying to isolate his 1v1, but he goes down. Now you just drop that boom shot and get ready to take everybody else. But you see Optic, they're just going to back up, because they know the boom shot's watching it, and they want to see how well his rotations are going to be.
This is a 20-second respawn round, guy, where you get 3 down in the beginning and you get a boom shot.
At this point,
this round should be done. This round should have been over.
At this point, you save the boom. You save the boom and try to use it to get another one, because the boom is going to be under a minute in a respawn. But also, I said you want to kind of rotate it toward that beat. Maybe you put a long-range boom on that hill to try to stop it from being capped, but they're going to be patient. And you know what? Don't use that boom. Like I said the first time, use it to get the new boom shot. So he needs to put himself in position, maybe rotate all the way around statue, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. NC and spawn up in 3 seconds. They will go in favor of Optic Gaming. You see a player standing on top of that little red dot at the bottom. He's going to get that, and now he's going to use those NCs to be annoying. Maybe use that boom, get that boom shot as well. Let's see what they want to do with it. It's going to be a big play needing to be made by hesitations.
Well, it's praised with the first instant. Note, Explosive also shuts down Detox, so momentarily they could have an advantage down low. Both instants thrown out. Vital not able to track back over towards the B site. Praise is down.
As it's Vital.
Well, Demo, you just got jebaited, my friend. He falls, and Guts is able to shut down Praise.
Boom's up. The question is, who's going to get it? Heza goes down. New boom picked up by Vital. So, Boom's back in the hand of Gosu. Quick revive. You need to help your teammate try to get that kill. Now, that was a panic boom. Why do you shoot that right there? Still, even in a close range situation, you're probably going to take out your teammate as well. Risky, but not going to pay off.
This is a lot of small flaws that we've really seen in this round. As I said, this round should have been over a long time ago, to be honest with you guys. Yeah. Now you look at the score. Gosu crew still in full control.
At least they're keeping their lead, right?
That's the saving grace.
You need to hold this boom, and even just baiting like that, I think Optic realizes that, hey, you know what? We need to try to force this boom out. And you saw Praise run in, but also at the same time, just the composure of Vital to not shoot that and just let his teammate use that Lancer to get that guy down. Now knowing that they just need one heal, the boom is still in place. So he's going to wait for the right time to use it, and that's perfect. He gets one. Now needs to help and get the second one. They need to be quick on this one. They need to take out Mental. Mental was able to take out the meat shield. He's still alive. He has his health back.
You have to overextend, and that's exactly what they do. That's the smart play in that situation. The gunfight essentially on your home hill at that point is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Mental can kill everyone on the home hill, but if you have one player overextend to B and secure the round, you will win every single time.
Once again, going back to it, I believe that boom should have went down a lot earlier. That's the fight in which you want to play against Optic Gaming. And you know what? Gosu, besides a few shaky booms, they made sure that last boom, it was very, very important. They made sure they held that boom to defend some of those hills.
Yeah, it turns out to be a pretty impressive one. As just having a quick glance at the overall stats here for Optic Gaming, looking very impressive. Mental with 20 kills, Praise 17, Solars 14, Explosive 12. Meanwhile, someone's just kind of sitting there saying, guys, give me something else to do. I need more people to kill.
You know, but hey, Summons, that's him playing his position. He's filling in the gaps, filling in the cracks in that green wall, making sure that the backs are being watched by his main slayers, right? He has so many other dominant slayers on his team. Let them do their thing freely, and you just watch their sticks and make sure that all they have to do is worry about pushing forward. And you see them pushing forward, being aggressive. They're going to slay out 4 members of Gosu crew down mid-map, one coming off a respawn already. And folks, it is halftime, so these respawns will be dropped back down to 10 seconds. So a lot more action, a lot more chaos. These home hills are flipped. Also, the neutral hill is flipped as well. But once again, I want to see that boom shot get placed, especially if Gosu loses round. I want to see it down right away.
Will that be the play? It's often said that losing the first round is sometimes a saving grace. It allows you to put the weapon on the map and also set the tempo almost for that first or second half, depending on which round, of course, you lose ultimately. But quick look at the score, 69-56. Still in favor of Optic Gaming. Still a 2-1 hill advantage.
Yes, it is. And Mental, he's going to push, but he has help as well. Trying to hit that back A. He's able to land it and take very, very minimal damage, but he's backing up. He's going to be on top of the hill as well. Now Mental trying to scurry away. He's going to still be able to play his life. And now the fight is going to finally be won by Detox, and he's going to try to hunt him down. He knows that he's weak. He knows that he has the advantage, a right-hand advantage at that as well. Trying to get some shots in. Heza winning a big 1v1. We'll see if he can get the call out. Mental giving up his position with that shot. Heza trying to find a sweet spot, but Mental with that pistol out, and he has just stayed alive all round, and he probably should have died 10 seconds ago.
Well, as it stands, 2-1 hill advantage back in favor of Gosu crew. They have the home hill set up, which on the second half for Foundation can be so troublesome to try and break. Will they be able to hold it, though? That's the question. Of course, all players currently up. You see the pings coming through of Optic Gaming players. I believe it's Praise that's currently down, but he's easily going to be able to tap himself back up. Explosive goes down on the hill. This could be a big defensive hold here for Gosu crew.
Yes, it could be, and those are good kills in their favor. Beautiful job by Klaus. They see where the last 2 members are as well. They're going to try to play it wide and get these shots in, not hitting that up A. Klaus took a shot, he gave a shot, still holding the home hill setup, and they will come back and take this lead, just holding 2. But you have 2 players holding strong on a home hill of Optic, and here comes these smokes.
But it's the E-hill. It's the E-hill. They actually sent 3 resources. Their own home hill players overextend to E. They really want to crank the pressure onto Optic Gaming now. A potential trip cap could have come through, but how is Mental just managed to stay alive by himself? That was essentially a 1v3 momentarily. Ultimately, the trade does come through now. Demo able to cap the hill, but Optic Gaming, they're applying the pressure on Gosu's home hill.
Yeah, but Klaus, he has a great angle. He got some good shots in as well. He's going to push through. They're going to be weak.
Oh, no.
The last player coming in.
Oh, no.
He's going to go down, but is the E-hill enough? I believe it will be. We got a 2v2 going down at the E-hill currently. They're going to flood in. Vital, how big can you go? He can't go big at all, folks. And Optic comes back in this round. And you know what? The thing that I will say is this, is that when Gosu has these advantages, you know, they try to play them, maybe, you know, I guess I could say too smart, because you had 3 players and Mental was just by himself on statue, and you tried to go all the way wide top tables. You don't have that type of time. I'd rather you just flood them closely, and even if you just trade out the kills, he killed 1, you finish him off with the last 2 players that's in that position.
See, in that situation, though, why are you sending 3 players to your neutral hill? Your win condition at that point is essentially 1 hill, right?
Yeah.
And you keep the other hill neutral. Send 1 player to E. That should be a 1v1. Maybe a max a 2v3 players, though. You should be sending those extra resources to fight on Optic Gaming's home hill.
But they should have just got us so much quicker.
Well, yeah, 3v1,
right?
absolutely. That player should be dead. Mental should not be alive for more than 3 seconds.
Yeah, they should have been fortified on that E hill, had some players in their home hill. Also, at the same time, even if they got pushed, they probably could have out-rotated out and probably had a sneak cap on top of Optic's home hill, knowing that all those players had to push forward. But Gosu, they did get the boom down right away. I see it. They're pushing through. Mental puts himself in a power position, cloaked by the smoke, looking to push through. He's actually going to back up. Now, that boom still there. He's going to get it now. That boom's not going to connect. It actually landed beside the pillar. No damage coming out, but his teammate was there to help him.
Yep, that's going to be good enough, at least for now. Another kill comes through, and you just feel like the momentum has truly shifted in this one. Optic Gaming, I don't want to say cruising through, because Gosu definitely made it very, very competitive, but you just don't really see them losing it at this point. You know, 5-2 is the advantage. They have a boom this round. They're all smiles. The trip cap domination coming through once again. Is that going to be the end of this round? Nope. Someone has managed to break the air fill, but for how long? Well, just long enough.
Don't count Gosu out just yet. They're going to start to get their footing. They got their home hill back, so they're going to have a base of operations for them to spawn up, be safe, rotate around the map, and not have that pressure of getting trip caps. So they're looking to push through and prioritize home hills. But as I say that, you look at the mini map, you see those 4 dots kind of prioritizing, going down low to get control of down low, probably playing for this next boom. They can't push through statue. You got 2 players defending that, so they have to wrap around somewhere, but they have to do it quick enough where they do not give up a free boom shot as well. Optic's in a perfect position. Curious to see what Gosu does, and they're going to have an attack through mid-match.
Also have that 2-1 hill advantage, let's not forget. More importantly, the point lead as well, 86-49. His hesitations makes his way through mid-map. Is he potentially looking over towards that D hill? Is that going to be his first target? Well, after he shuts down summons, it very well may be, because he has a teammate already over there. That's why the neutral's coming through. Heza shuts down summons. And now all of a sudden, advantage goes to crew. But Optic Gaming do have that point lead again.
20 seconds till new boom shot off of respawn. And let's see who puts themselves in position. You see Optic, they're starting to double back. They know the timer, both teams know the timer, and that's gonna be a good kill by Heza. He's gonna be able to take him out. Now we'll see, Clout's in a power position. He's trying to cap up. He's gonna wall bounce to dodge some shots. He does get a cap, so that's gonna be points on the board. And also, he has the angle. He has a clear-sighted boom. He's trying to push back explosives. Vital's trying to pinch him, but Vital maybe backed out too early. Boom's there. He's gonna quick pick it in front of 2.
Oh. He went for the montage play, if you will, but ultimately doesn't connect with it. Fires the second one out, and all right, well, that's what we'd like to call a wasted boom.
Yeah, wasted 2 booms at that. I saw the shot. He saw the shot lined up, and you saw a little pause after he shot it like, oh, man, I made a mistake.
And it's worth mentioning, a little bit of a misplay from Optic Gaming. The boom comes down, 2 players there, no one actually looking at it as soon as it comes up. Heza kind of panicked a little bit. He was like, wait, should I go for this? Is this completely free?
Yeah.
Grabbed it, almost got himself a double kill. So you can see what he was going for, just unfortunately didn't work out. But if you look at the scoreboard, well, Optic Gaming in the driver's seat, as you would expect, 188 to 159, and this round is basically done.
Yeah, especially with that fight being lost at the E-Hill. If Gosu would have utilized those booms a little bit better, he did everything right. Clouds put himself in a power position, capping that neutral hill and hiding behind statue. Heza got the kills down low. He had 2 in front of him, just could not connect with those booms. And the second one he shot with his teammate trying to bank it off the back wall. Let your teammate lose the fight first, right? Because
have a little bit more faith in your teammate to actually take the fight.
Because the thing is, he should have killed both of them, right? He should have killed both of them with that boom. He didn't get anything from it. Didn't need to use it. Just have to take a deep breath in that situation and be patient with it, exactly like they did in the first half.
Exactly that. Of course, Gosu crew trying to get themselves back into this one. Demo, of course, trying to lead the troops. Oh, it's a very, very steep mountain that you have to climb now. 6-2 is the deficit. And this, of course, Gosu crew's last and final weapon placement. What are they going to decide to do?
Okay, put snipe down. All right, some long-range potential. Both team, they have some sharpshooters, you know. For the side of Optic Gaming, their best one's going to be Mental. On the side of Gosu crew, it's going to be Detox. And we'll see 2 talented players. And honestly, you know, I think Detox plays his best when he has that snipe on his back. You know, he has a great balance of using that snipe, shotgun, and his secondary weapons as well. We'll see what they can do with it on that side, but of course, he's on the other side of the map in that 1v1 with Summons, and this time he did get aggressive, and that's when you push Summons back. You can cut mid-map if you want to. All the kills go in their favor, but you can't lose track of them, right? You let them get back towards your home hill with 4 down. We'll see what happens. Now, both teams have their opposing home hills capped, but at least in this situation, they know that they got some players that can double back and pick up Summons as long as the call out is going to be made.
Well, Summons full red. Vital, of course, is on the hill. Trick Cap domination potentially coming through here for Gosu, and it could be a very quick round indeed. Summons trying to buy time, did it perfectly, and look at that. F-hill, meanwhile on the other side, it's Praise that managed to get that neutral momentarily.
Oh.
Now it's the E-hill as well. This is what Optic do so well. Explosive, last man alive. Is he going to be able to clutch up? Finds the first against Demo.
What you going to do? Oh, he's going to have to back up a little bit. He missed that shot, but reinforcements will come. He's going to have some help in Optic Gaming, getting pinched on top of this hill, and 1 player down. He's going to try to go for the cleanup with a meat shell.
This could be it.
Here comes the smokes. They need to hold strong, and the pinch should be coming in from top tables. The cross should be there soon. They just need to hold off a little bit longer, and the kills come through for Optic, but Clouts with a long-range headshot.
And this whole survival came from Summons. That round could have been done if Summons doesn't buy himself an extra 2 seconds. He timed that contest perfectly. It gives Praise enough time to reach the other hill. Then it gives Explosive enough time to win a gunfight. Then it gives him enough time overall for everyone from Optic to be off spawn. And that is what makes Optic Gaming such a pain to play against. And what makes them such a good team. The fact that they're always able to survive when it looks like they should be dead.
And you know, the thing is too, especially, you know, with Gosu crew, is that I feel like they're being, like I said before, they're being smart with their 2v1s and their 3v1s, but I need them to have a little bit more confidence and take them a lot quicker than what they have been so far. But 2 hills in favor of Gosu. Snipe's going to be in the hand of Clouds. He already got 1 headshot on the board. He's looking for his next, but the push through the smoke, he's going to see it. Not able to connect with the body shot, but put some distance between him and his opponent. The down comes through. He's trying to get in position to help his teammate. He knows 1v2. Does he go for the read? Yes, he does. Gets him 4 health, but now he's in a difficult spot, and they both will fall.
Well, Solar's Summons up, looking at trying and secure the boom shot. Summons basically as free as he's ever going to get it, grabs it, and despite the 173 to 74 point lead for Gosu crew, you have a feeling that Optic Gaming may snatch it from right underneath their noses. Of course, this is map point for Optic Gaming. There goes the boom. Clouts will fall. Can they neutralize the D-hill? Well, with the numerical advantage, you expect they can. They collapse in, and this one may well be GG.
You know what? I was going to say, you still got Demo in position, but he's going to have to go big. He has 4 players in front of him, trying to stay alive, trying to touch that hill. And that was one of those positions that he was in where it's just like, if you can sneak away if you can. Get to the other home hill.
Go anywhere. Anywhere is better than your own home hill when you have 3, 4 Optic Gaming players pushing straight towards you. But Optic Gaming, of course, will take map number 1. And
yeah, and you know what they do. But the next one's going to be Force, right? That's going to be a very, very scrappy map with Gosu. This is Optic's map. This is one of their better maps as well. We saw how comfortable they were with winning this one, but also Gosu understands, hey, this is going to be a dogfight.
Well, I mean, Gosu crew, we saw a bunch of bloopers left and right. Heza picking up the boom shot, just small things that really made a big difference. Waldo, did we see anything good coming from this roster, though?
You see, like, little moments of it, but nothing really overwhelming. Honestly, what I saw is every time that there was an isolation kill, that player on Optic was living through a 3v1 multiple times where that person should have gotten absolutely slayed out. And it didn't happen.
Let's talk about Summon staying alive right there.
Summon stayed alive, Mental stayed alive, Solar's praised, everybody did it.
And it's worth mentioning they're the plays which no stat in the world is ever going to reflect, right?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. You stayed alive for 2 extra seconds to make sure you could neutralize, which then, like, results, the domino effect gives Praise enough time to reach the hill. Like, that's never reflected on a stat line. But it is worth mentioning how perfectly Summons played that. He knew the timings in the back of his head. You saw him kind of go, stutter, trying to bait out shots, trying to make sure he could survive it. Overall, just a beautiful play.
Oh, absolutely amazing. We're going to head off to map 2 soon on the other end of this video by Optic Gaming.
It's been pretty seamless, if you ask me. You know, all 5 of us understand the game. You know, we're extremely aware. We have a lot of map awareness, and we perform under pressure, and that's what it comes down to. For the most part, we've been dominating everything we played. Played in the last 3 2Ks and won all of them, right? And we haven't even been practicing for a month yet. So take that into perspective. I'm ready to take first place for sure. It's been a while. I'm extremely hungry. And, you know, I've been here before.
For some people, Optic Gaming, they're the absolute favorites to win this event. Blaze, Benson spoke about Summons. Summons kind of had a role change. How effective has he been as a slayer for this roster?
I don't feel like his role has changed, honestly, too much, to be honest with you, Val.
He's been a lot of action.
But when it comes down, he's getting action because sometimes that's what Summons needs to do, right? That's a part of his job description.
Yes.
When things start to crumble, he goes big, and we've seen it time and time again. But when it kind of comes down to the role changes of this team, you kind of had Explosive step back and fill in the positions of where Kenny is. Very versatile player, good in those support positions, very smart as well. Also, you have Praise kind of filling in the Icy's positions and Solar's taking over Explosive's positions. So you still got the power towards the front end, and you still got that versatility.
And honestly, you're looking at what Explosives did. If we looked in like the middle of the game where Explosives is just gunning mid-ramp, he knows priority target. He hits the first guy, he looks over, he hits the second guy. And he's just trying to spread the damage around. It makes his Slayer job that easy. And honestly, he did it perfectly. And that's something that he's done the entire time, the entire game of Gears of War.
And I think you said it well, just spreading that damage around, right? And especially when you have the support secondary weapons like Retro, Hammerburst, Marksa, put the 2 shots in, put 1 more shot in, and just, you know, focus on those targets in which you can see and shooting as fast as possible, but also being as accurate as possible.
Oh yeah, here in New Orleans, I mean, anything is definitely possible. Some people are rooting for the Gosu crew to actually make a comeback. But speaking about, you know, making it big here in New Orleans, there's actually a team, Lucent Gaming. They have 2 teams, Halo and Gears of War, where they're qualifying for pole play. So we're gonna send this off with Jordan with her interview with Lucent.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here now with the owners of Lucent Esports, who are very excited about this weekend's event, especially because it features both Halo and Gears of War. Now, Bradley, first to you. When you heard about, you know, this event featuring both of the games and you have teams in both of those games, what did you think as an organization?
Well, coming into the event, really, we only had the Gears team to start off with. It wasn't until probably about a week, 2 weeks before we came to the event that the Halo guys approached us asking for help, and we just saw it as an opportunity to grow, because an event of this size is just amazing for us. It's amazing for the community, and it's just a pleasure to watch.
Right, and Will, what were your thoughts?
I mean, just like Bradley said, we had the team for Gears of War who were very struggling to whether they were coming or not, so the fact that the event was at such a great caliber, it was great for their growth as well as ours. And then as for the Halo team, it's a great addition to the organization.
Wow, and moving on, so how did you guys manage to run from back and forth between Gears and Halo to watch both of your open bracket teams? Bradley, you first.
Let's just say I feel like I've run a marathon today, and I've probably still got another day, maybe 2 days, hopefully, of it. And it's been tough. Taking it in turns to run between the two. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's what it's all about.
It was like a wrestling match. We was in and out. We was like, it's your turn to run the marathon, and then we were back and forth. But it felt quite nicely because Halo series aren't as long as the Gears ones, so it was like we caught all 3 maps there and caught a map and a half over here, and then vice versa. It was good.
That's wonderful. And final question, seeing as your Gears of War team has made it into pool play, we're still waiting on the results for Halo to see if they will. We'll find out tomorrow, of course. What does that do for you as an organization, knowing that your teams are being this successful at an event of this magnitude?
It just like cements the work me and Will put into this. It just proves that we can do this. We're going to strive to keep growing, and we just hope that in the further, more events like this will keep it going for us, and Lucent will just keep growing and growing.
Anything you want to add, Will?
It's not just our success that's brought them here, it's theirs as well. You've seen in the past that their experience has brought them here with their results. As for the Halo guys, they've proved it back and forth with the events previously coming here, and they're doing it again now.
Well, guys, thank you so much for this interview. Look out for Lucent to compete again tomorrow, and I'll toss it back to you at the desk.
As corny as it sounds, land is where dreams are made, okay? If you ever want to compete and be a pro gamer, make sure you show up to these events, especially events like this, because the first time in years, we have not only Gears of War, but Halo, another major title, under the same roof.
I mean, if you want to be known as the best in anything,
you gotta go.
You gotta compete against the best. You gotta beat the best. Well, guess what? You got the best teams in the world right here in New Orleans right now. So if you're sat at home thinking I could do it, well, why aren't you here? Prove
Come.
And on top of that, if you guys didn't know, we have a Bravo station, Elevate. They're going against Echo Fox right now, 6-6 on the first map. Anything is possible. I'm a believer.
Anything is possible.
Anything is
Today
Anything is possible. First map.
All right, open up 2 tabs. That's what you need.
There we go. Exactly.
Bravo.
We're already in disbelief already from what's happened this tournament.
Today's been. I can't wait.
It's
to
insane.
hear you try
I can't wait to see the champ bracket.
It's gonna be wild. But you know what? I always say you don't put too much weight in pools because as we've seen before, Ghost Gaming had a losing record in pools. And they got top 3.
I agree with you 1,000%.
It's Friday.
But if you fail to get out of pools, I'm sorry.
That's the problem.
That's a big problem. That's a big problem. If you're not making it over towards that championship bracket, then we have to look at that result and say something is not right. Mistakes were made somewhere down the line. Essentially, this is a quick live look in here at Elevate versus Echo Fox. Of course, Echo Fox is going to be the red squad. You're going to have Elevate as your blue. And early on, you can already see the aggression coming in from Echo Fox. I saw Kyle getting up, getting loud, and rightfully so, as it seems like Echo Fox may actually be able to close this one out.
Wow. Wasn't able to get that kill. Also, everybody else is going to end up scurrying back as well. I thought that Echo was about to end it with a dime right there on top of that home hill, but the players are in position looking for another wave of kills, and they have them blocked off from all entrances, and it's looking like Elevate trying to make a decision saying, hey, you know what, go through our secondary spawn, push through Furnace, that's going to be our opening. You see the button gap press as well. This is if you're Icy, you go forward, you force the pressure, you get on top of that home hill, and you force those guys to have to double back.
They've honestly got to start rotating.
It's like they
back
don't have a head count in this, right? If you have that head count, Icy's play is the easy one. You push forward and you force a 1v1.
Yeah.
That's a big play by Hezzy there. And actually, this is a smart play. He's going to wrap through the spawn. He's actually going to be going on the other side. He's going to force some pressure on the backside of Echo Fox.
Sneaky.
That's
so smart.
He's
so smart. Powers, go fight.
There we go. Hezzy with the huge 1v1 domination coming up. Can Elevate?
Well, they've been on the other side.
No.
F got broke. F got broke. It's Fran. Oh, and Fran goes down. This is bad news.
Kenny's up.
Kenny and Kyle, they're the only 2 alive right now, and it basically comes down to Kenny to just try and buy himself a little bit of time and somehow manage to stay alive but no, he goes down, and now it's basically down to Kyle. Kyle drops. Echo Fox, this is bad news.
Yeah, Elevate.
Not gonna make it.
That's it.
They had the play.
First map. Elevate 1-0.
But they didn't. You know what it is? They didn't get the numbers at the end.
No,
nobody had numbers.
Icy couldn't count.
You get the numbers. You call out 3 and 4, pushing Furnace. You go through. What the hell?
Oh yeah, we're kicking things off on map 2 right now. Benson and Blaze, go ahead and take it away.
All right.
I like the little quick look in on that one because now I can call them out on it.
It's eventful here in New Orleans. If you thought this was going to be a boring, normal, run-of-the-mill Friday, well, you couldn't have been more wrong because we have had upsets and a potential another upset could be coming on Bravo. Like I said, I recommend opening up multiple tabs here at New Orleans. Open up the Bravo stream. Keep it simultaneous here with the Alpha 1 as well because Optic versus Gosu Crew, map 2. Could be an interesting one. We'll wait and see. Of course, Optic going to be the blue squad, Gosu Crew, the red.
All right, as we see on board with Hezza, still early on in this one. Optic, the pressure on top of the home hill of Gosu Crew, trying to get the domination, but Hezza stays alive. He picks up a double, looking for a triple. He's going to force the members back of Optic. He knows that 1 is going to be behind him, but still allowing Solars to take out 2 in that position is too many.
This definitely is. Quick glance over towards B, no one there. Of course, early lead in favor of Optic Gaming here. 67 to 35, 2-1 hill advantage as well for Gosu Crew. This is now about just kind of formulating a plan.
Yeah, you see them stacking up mid-map. They got a great defense on B. They got a great defense in mid-map. If you're Gosu, you need to get some top control and control tower, especially if it's free. You need to push in as soon as possible. They're trying to scope it out. They don't have the intel if it's clear or not, so that player's checking all the corners, dotting his I's, crossing his T's, and he gets himself in a power position, so he gets the intel from the team. Now, he's looking to support for them down low, but Mental knows that, hey, you know what, let me see how many players can I draw to this home tilt, how much spacing can I create for my team to get out of spawn and put themselves in better positions.
No, he recognizes the smoke grenade is there. It's an easy escape lane for him, and he uses it. Didn't necessarily even have to go for the pressure to apply the trip cap because he's making sure that his teammates are all in good positions. And the problem is his teammates falling actually. Praised and Solas both go down. Mental now actually may need to play a little bit of defense here.
Yes, they do. See, okay, he's dropping back. He lands a brick, but takes the brick, and he finishes the fight.
Oh my God! How?
That's
how
why
does
he's
he
your
so?
Season 1 MVP.
How does he so consistently get out of those
He's
situations?
still at it. He has some help, but you see the crossfire from Optic, the slaying power from him as well. He's just gonna full
there you go.
Gonna take him out, and now he's gonna be patient. He's not in a rush, waiting for the rest of the team to get in position, knowing that they can win off a 2-cap.
Oh, just watching mental play, it just gives you a smile, because you know, he may not necessarily smile that much on the outside, but he's smiling big on the inside, that's for sure. As now over to explosive.
That's why he has fans, right? His fans do all the smiling things.
Exactly that. And you know when he does smile, that's when he really did something crazy. As all the kills come in for Optic Gaming, and it's going to be a very, very easy round number 1 for the Green Wall.
You know, it was. You know, they had their pressure. They was very aggressive. But the one thing that would have helped Gosu in this round was having some power weapons down. So let's see what they want to do. They could prioritize having that snipe in that tower like it is. You have a lot of sharpshooters on this team that's very good with the M-bar, that's very good with the snipe. Or you can make this scrappy, right? Throw a boom down on top of that B hill. But I do not want them to make the same mistake they made in map number 1 and waiting too long to force those big engagements. Because go for it. Exactly. When they won the initials and they earned the power weapons, that was the highest chance for these guys to close out the rounds and dominations. And they need to play off that. Don't play off the slow game. You know, we had little interviews with Optic Gaming, and we had Colin actually interview Mental, and he says, hey, what's your favorite rounds, right? Mental said, I love round number 1 and round number 7. He says, why? He says, because we got the best sluggers in the game. With no power weapons, we got the best shots. Let's go toe-to-toe. Those are always going to be easy for us.
Well, traditionally, the rounds Optic Gaming tend to cruise through, and probably rightfully for that reason. However, we're going to watch Heza up top. Has the support of a teammate. He's going to have to scramble away. Leaves Demo in that 1v2 momentarily, and Demo's actually going to fall here. Has it straight for the revive. Will get it. Bear in mind elsewhere, teammates actually winning their gunfight. So a couple of kills here, and all of a sudden, you could potentially think about collapsing on the map. And Solar's wisely backs away.
Yeah, praise the Solar's M-bar in hand, but the trip cap coming through. They got to defend B, but the defense is there. And right beautiful. Under their noses.
That was beautiful. That was so good. As soon as that 2v2 took a little too long, Gosu Crew said, you know what, boys? Just collapse. Just go for it.
That's what's so dangerous about that fight in top tower during the first half. If you lose the 1v1s down low, all 3 of those players can just cap up the hills and hold off strong. And then the ones up top, they panic, but they're not going to be in a good position to contest those hills without. They have to leave the tower. You can't decap from that position.
You almost have to leave instantly. Yeah. As soon as your teammates have lost that fight, you just kind of have to hold the L and back away. Try and contest that B hill maybe a little quicker, because realistically, that's your only go-to, right? You can't go to either home hill. It's going to take too long. You have to take the fight to B.
So I give a lot of credit to the players that up there that distracted the time of Praise and Solars and held them up there as soon as possible. Those are the smart rounds, and I need more of that out of Gosu Crew. And they're going to do the quick pick, and the boom did go down for Optic. So we did see the boom. We did see the initial team fights. Now, this is what I was talking about. When you have the power weapons there and Gosu wins the initials, this is their best chance at ending these rounds. You know, Summons trapped between a rock and a hard place, nowhere to go. 2-hill advantage. Also, I think 2 booms are still in the hand of Gosu Crew. So very winnable round, and they could close this one out soon. If not, they got the utility to get the extra set of kills, and he still does have 2 booms.
So this is exactly where I think they failed in map number 1, was when they had these situations, they didn't capitalize upon them. It's something kind of Waldo touched on a little bit in terms of the pace of the squad. You have to make sure that you're kind of going straight for that fight. Don't be too slow. Be aggressive when you have numbers, when you have power weapons like a boom shot. Take it. Use numbers to give you bigger numbers.
Oh, see, when you hear that M-bar, your movement just has to be unorthodox.
Yeah, you have to be stutter stepping. You got to be rolling all over the place. You cannot stand still for a second, especially when the M-bar is in the hands of someone like Praise.
Now he's holding off strong, so they do have the height advantage. They have buddy control, but in the first half, not that important. It's more so for the angles. Now you just need to look for the call-outs. Listen for those marks, okay? Try to figure out where these players are. Once again, he still has 2 booms in hand. Another one's gonna spawn up soon. That should have been a double, but he knows the damage is there. The question is, does he want to use the boom? He waited for help for the teammate.
So smart.
That was perfect. He keeps 1 boom in his hand. He knows he's been being shot at. The question is, does he still have the boom out?
Oh, Praise is hitting some nice shots there with the M-bar, but to your point, did he still have the boom out? I think he had it on his back pocket.
but now new Boom's about to spawn up zone. 3v3 fight on top of the hill. First blood has a second blood also in favor of Gosu.
Oh my
Praise
God.
manages to get one as well. Can he hold off, taking the damage, and he falls.
But so again, that's another one of those situations where it's an Optic Gaming player in like a 1v3 who somehow manages to prolong that fight. Has he done enough? Again, players running off spawn. This time, I don't think he has. That's going to be 2-1 now in favor of the Gosu crew.
All right, so this all I want is for teams to put the heavy power weapons down as soon as possible. It brings the most structure to the map. You can read your opponent's movements that much better. Don't be scared. Stop running from the big engagements. You see how they embrace the fights?
Yep.
They come out on top of the fights. Their confidence is up, right? But when you get beat up for 5 rounds and you put the weapon down, you're already trying to dig yourself out of a hole, right?
True.
Play to your strengths. Play aggressive. Do not play that passive style. It does not fit Gosu Crew's play style.
It definitely doesn't. Now Gosu crew with the advantage here in map 2. 2-1, admittedly a small one, but can they use it to gain even more momentum? Well, Optic Gaming tying things up here in this 4th round.
You see the double push coming in from the underpass. That Boom is still down in play. No power wasn't picked up. They turn this into a 1v1 up top. So it's going to be praised. It's going to be Heza. Heza trying to be the aggressor with all the confidence in the world. Fighting for the M-bar. First blood. Down low in favor of Summons. Still a key gunfight up top. Who's going to get it first? They need to be strong. Let's back up a little bit. They're going to win the fight under underpass. So the Boom will be placed up. And at that point, Praise is being passive. He calls in for the flank. The flank comes in. They're going to get it as well. They put the damage in on Heza, but he still won the engagement. He's alive, trying to be annoying.
And bear in mind, that flank actually was another resource from Optic Gaming up top, so they don't have the resources down low to go for the trip cap, but they did have the Boom. Will that be a costly mistake?
Unless Heza gets to that B hill where they can touch.
He's right behind him. He's right behind him. Oh my lord!
He took his teammate out accidentally. No, he's still up top. It's just that he headshotted Vital. And that's just unfortunate.
Vital touches the hill to go for a neutral, and Heza says, nah. Fam. Headshot his teammate. Great shot.
Yeah.
Really fantastic shot.
Fantastic. I give you props for
but
it.
Try and hit the other team next time.
That's all you needed, you know. And I think Sam, he would have been able to effectively get that flank and get that kill.
I mean, he neutralized the hill. He was right behind 2 players. He had no idea he was there.
But it's still, you know, hey, it's just a 2-1 lead. My fault. Sorry, it's tied 2-2. Marks is down. This should be a block. There's too many big weapons on the map. You don't want to clutter this up at all. So the fight's been good. What I would say is that for Heza to probably try to kill Praise a lot quicker, but the thing is, Praise is the best defensive player in the game. He's going to hit you with shots and he's going to back up, right? He's going to keep his distance. On the flip side, Heza, very aggressive, very great movement, always wall bouncing, trying to get into your face. So we're trying to see in this one which play style is going to win in time for them to get that M-bar and help their team out down low for the fight for Boom Shot.
You feel like it's always going to be the defensive player, though, especially that up top fight, right? Because you just play ring around the rosy for as long as you want. If you take a shot, you run away. It's what Praise did, right? Praise consistently moving, which is so important. As once again, that fight up top will go down. This time, Praise actually just quick picked the M-bar right in front of his face. He said, I have no respect for you whatsoever. Went straight for it. And ultimately, will get out with his life. Teammate has Boom. Optic Gaming, once again, team in control. 4 players left. It's basically Heza, the only player still alive. And, well, he's trying to chase Praise, and Praise is not happy about that at all.
Oh, but the headshot off the back end.
What a shot.
That was a Marks in the hand of explosives with the long-range headshot. His teammate will be able to tap up. Demo's just trying to touch the hill. He's going to go for the mantle and take a lot of damage. Summons great with the spacing. Boom Shot gets in a power position. One Boom Shot should be left in the chamber as well. We'll see if he can get a multi-kill with it. And actually, they backed up, so they did get another breath of life. I believe they may have been out of booms.
Well, we'll see. Is Praise still with M-bar in hand? Is he going to want to try and go for a hot flank here real quick?
I say you slow it down if you can. Button control is the most important thing. Why? Because the M-bar is on a 1:30 respawn, and Demo and Heza is both good with it. It spawns up in 30 seconds.
But here's the thing, if you're up to game, you can almost bait that out. Right? You can almost say, you want M-bar? All right, send 2 people up there, and we're just going to push forward and grab your home.
Yeah, you see, they got 4 pushing across to that last hill.
This is exactly what's happening. They need to be so careful. You need to be so careful here. Your
this is playing with fire. But here comes the extra help to try to decap B. Praise, he's going to hold the shot. He's holding it. He's holding it. He misses it. Here comes the distraction. Finds a kill. Blind fire headshot for Praise. Looking to get aggressive. Uh-oh.
This is the 1v1 potentially for the round here.
The defensive play style, the patience.
Clouds could be in a world of pain. Clouds goes down. Now the B Hill's going to be potentially capped up. Prey's looking to get a double. Is he going to be able to do so? Not going to happen. He drops. A Hill's going to be neutralized as well. But bear in mind, whilst all this is going on, Gosu crew only have 29 points. That is it. The longer these fights go on, Optic Gaming just going to have such a big point lead.
If Detox can stay alive, he gets some long-range help. Here comes reinforcements. Boom shot in 10 seconds. That's the most important thing. Also, it's an M-bar up top that nobody has grabbed, but they're not worried about it. It's all about the boom shot in this late-game situation. That trade could have been the best thing to happen for him. So, spawned up and picked up in favor of Gosu crew. Also, new marksers are going to be in play as well that have not got picked up. So, we'll see what they can do with these rotations. But most importantly, it's hold the boom, lock a hill down for your team, and create some space for you to get out. Also, they're about to double back and try to get the free boom. My fault, it's free M-bar.
Home Hill's controlled by Optic Gaming, the lead in favor of Optic
But they
Gaming.
need to be quick. They don't got time to...
The only thing they have now is boom and M-bar, but you have to go.
You need to go. Don't try that. You just need to go.
193, and time is ticking. A will be neutralized.
Don't worry about your teammates. You can't even look at those guys, right? You need to have faith in them. You need to just go.
Well, a couple of booms fired. Only one kill connects. C-Hill still in control of Optic Gaming. No one's touched it yet. That's the round. Optic Gaming take it in emphatic fashion.
So that's a difficult round, right? Because one is you need to pay attention on how much time is left. His initial thought process was, okay, take boom, back up, help my home hill, right? When initially you still want to keep yourself in power positions because you know that you need a domination to win, right? Yep. So use that boom for a flank. Use that boom to draw people back towards you or draw them towards your team as they're all set up on top of that home hill trying to get control of it. But most importantly, you need to have faith in your teammates to kind of win that fight, because in those situations, you need to make the perfect play, which is probably the only play that you can make in order to get that trip cat domination. That was him being aggressive with that boom. Also, at the same time, they probably should have disregarded the M-bar up top.
It's not valuable. In that situation, when time is of the essence like that, you just can't even afford it. You're just essentially out of position. As now Optic 3-2, final round of the half, 20-second respawn. Vital goes for the quick pick and is not going.
He gets the help. He gets the help.
Or is it 3-4 players down for Optic Gaming? It's basically down to summons. They have the boom now in control.
This is where he earns his money, right? This is where you earn a salary. How will summons extend this round? How will he be annoying? This is a 20-second respawn round. If they don't get the domination, then there you go. It's going to come through without a doubt. Gosu ties it up 3-3.
I love that. It's like, how do you deal with summons? One of the most annoying players to play against in that situation. Yeah. Just fire a boom at him. just don't even try. Just,
that doesn't work.
Just fire a boom at him, bro, and just make sure you just wipe him off the map. But 3-3, much better here in map 2 from Gosu crew.
All right. You know what? I actually need me an OG dad hat. Hex, if you're watching.
An OG dad hat?
Yeah, an Optic Gaming dad hat that he got on. Yo, Hex, if you watch it, send that to me, okay? I need one, please. Perfect time to ask for one.
It's a great time.
Yeah, it's a great time to ask for one, I believe. I just look good in dad hats.
You do. No, you do. You do.
You know, I got a dope dad bod. I got a dad, you know, with dad hats. You know, let me live my best life, okay?
3-3 here in map 2. Of course, now second half, 10-second respawns, and our hills, of course, will flip in the second side of escalation. We'll kick things off on board with Detox. Look at their stat line. 9 kills, 4 downs, 112 seconds dead. Nothing too crazy. By no means bad, though. Of course, unfortunately, he'll lose his first fight. For the second half, it's Mental that managed to pick up that kill.
As Mental said, these are the rounds they love the most. Rounds 1, round 7. Why? Because they got the best shotgunners in the game. Without power weapons on the map, they're going to excel. So this is going to be an important one. The question is, Prey's trying to stay alive. Got a roam up A. He meant to up A around the other corner. He would have been to safety and had himself in a better position. But here comes the overextension from Heza, looking to draw some players towards him. He actually makes it behind enemy lines, and he's just going to have a 2v1 soon.
But no, I'm curious to see what the player in control tower does there for Optic Gaming. He is now actually going to have to take a fight, so no chance for him being sneaky. Heza has, of course, fallen. He's going to be cleaned up as well. So F goes back in control of Optic Gaming. They'll retake control, 2-1 hill advantage, and of course the point lead. But no, up top, even more important now, to your point, we have a hill now in the instant.
Yes, we do. And so the reason why that's so important is because if you press the button, the incinerator starts and it blocks that hill off for 10 seconds. So that's going to be very crucial in late game situations where you just need to lock down one hill. So that makes the up top tower control fight that much more important. So I believe in the second half, you do want to get the M-bar down if you can, but great work there by Clouds and Co. You got 4 down from Optic Gaming. They need to get to the F hill. They're starting to flood it now.
I love this.
The smoke goes down. The Solars finds his opportunity, looking to trade off those shots, but here comes the cavalry for both teams. teams. Optic in a difficult situation. Gosu looking to get their first lead in this map. But can they do it? They need to make the plays happen.
And if you're going to go, you have to go now because the Optic gaming players are going to be coming off spawn. It's still a very low spawn, 10 seconds in this round. You cannot prolong those type of fights. They're the fights that need to be won instantly. As soon as you get your advantage, you simply must collapse.
Based off the size of this map in a low respawn timer of 10 seconds, Gosu can get back in position and defend both these hills before Optic can get there. You see,
well, with instant control, you absolutely can.
With that button control up top of control room, you see how he presses it. Now he can reposition himself.
He actually got to kill that on mental as well. Praise was able to find a double, but the question is, if you're Demo, what's the game plan? Well, you sniffed out the player chasing. Now, though, can you stay alive?
They got the lead. They just need to hold one hill, right? But this is where you got to try to have one player be sneaky and try not to turtle. With Mental going through mid-map, he's covering the rest of the lanes that his team is not covering.
It looks like they're all tracking back. They just completely gave up the E fight. They didn't want to take it, so they're going to defend D. And this is where we often say turtling can be so bad, but the initial gunfight seemed to have been won. That is 4 players down. It comes down to Summons. You're all by yourself. That's 2 that Summons has been able to find. That's 3 that Summons has been able to find. Surely no more. The round goes to points, but it's those moments which are so scary. Summons has absolutely no right whatsoever to find even 2 of those kills.
Yeah, it is. And so, but that's a good map for him, right? Ooh, this is what I'm afraid of right here, right? Let's see how Optic Gaming responds.
Did you put Boom down if you're Optic Gaming? Because it was almost a key to success for Gosu Crew in the first half, though.
I believe that they will, but it's still the fight, right? That's the fight in which you practice. That's the fight in which you base a lot of your strats around. They can change and put a lighter power weapon down if they want, but Gosu is understanding that, hey, this works out for us, and if they want to put it down, let them do so. We see the marks is actually getting put down for Gosu on this side, so that's going to be good for them. We'll see what they can do with it.
All advantage Gosu Crew. One of the first times here in this map. 4-3, and I mean, that's just a great shot. That's just a great shot there from Vital.
It's so difficult to control that marks, folks. And the way, what these top players do is just so magnificent. You see, he's still putting a lot of damage, but you got to watch out for that guy. It's explosive. He has one in his hand as well. But with the butter control, Demo's going to hawk that cap on the hill and keep this score even. We'll see if his teammates can get in position. Heza picking up a key kill, and they're trying to bring the pressure to Explosives.
Explosive is still there, lingering around the E hill, though. Mental, he's found himself a double kill elsewhere, so momentarily the advantage back in favor of Optic Gaming. And Explosive would love to be able to cap that E-Hill, but again, beautiful shots onto Detox.
Yes, it is.
And that E-Hill now can be capped. They don't have to worry about the instant button being pressed.
All right, so you're going to see 3 players of Optic flooded that E-Hill. They have their home hill as well. Gosu Crew, they got a good enough footing. They're going to have to watch out for that guy in control tower as he's looking to put himself in a position to be annoying. If you can push on through and kind of get towards Optic's home hill, they know exactly where they are. They have you kind of funneled in this control room. The thing is trying to stay alive, and you got Mental, right? Being that back line of defense, making sure nobody can get behind them. They got tabs on all these players. They got the head count, and if they know they can push all 5 players on top of this hill and try to tie this game up. If Gosu can make something happen, that'd be miraculous, but I don't think it's gonna.
Well, that round is over. That's gonna be 4-4 now. Is Optic Gaming respond. Gosu Crew, your turn in terms of weapon placement. Is it their turn to maybe go big? We saw the success that they had in the first half. Of course, they dropped the boom shot to really turn the tempo, if you will, in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me maybe if we see something similar now.
And you know what, and folks, and especially all you other teams out there, take this into account. Do not be scared to put the heavy power weapons down against Optic. That way you're going to have the best chance at knowing what their rotations are going to be, where's the big team fight going to be. They're going to fight for boom every single time. If you can group them up and slam out as a unit, get tabs on everybody, and at that point, then you have to find Summons wherever he may be hiding. Once you do that, you can close out the round, but you'll have the big power weapons to use to take them out. Like you said before, want to kill Summons? Use the boom shot.
Yeah. Probably one of the only effective ways of really doing it, to be completely frank with you. Can be such a nuisance, but this one tied up 4-4 now. Of course, there's a look. The M-Bar placed top control. That was the decision of Gosu Crew after losing their first round in the second half. Still Very, very close. Much closer, of course, than map number 1. Gosu Crew showed, at times, some brilliance in the first map, but not on this consistent level that we've seen so far in Game 2.
You know, we're trying to see who was the duo up top fighting with Praise.
It was Demo and Heza.
Oh, Solar's, okay, cool. It's him and Solar's working together, and that was the same duo on Echo Fox trying to fight his control tower, keeping that team chemistry, but the kills go in favor of Gosu Crew. The power weapon as well. He's going to catch him in his ankle and put the damage on him. He knows the flames coming through. Demo not scared to fight, but he plays his life. Now he's about to get pinched with an M-bar in the hand. He's saying left or right. Who wants to push? Who wants to give me that shot? This is where Demo should thrive with that movement. Woo!
Oh, he wants it. He wants it. He makes it a 1v1 and he stayed alive. Demo's done so unbelievably well. And now the support is there. Heza to the rescue. Mental, it's your turn in an unfavorable position. And they say, peace, don't want the fight.
We don't need it at all.
I kept Demo. That was just beautiful. That was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, they're going to back up and they're going to protect the M-bar in that fight. And that's what you want to see. He's going to give it all to the star player, the sharpshooter. It's hesitations.
Wasn't he the star player which headshot his teammate for the L?
Hey, he's about to make up for it. Let him live.
I'm sorry.
Let him
I
live.
had to bring it up. Let's see if he's able to kind of turn the tide here in this one. First shot, no avail. Of course, he has Solar's pin to the right-hand side, but Gosu Crew have done a good job so far. 2-1 hill advantage lead as well. Bear that in mind. 111
He got the shot in. He called out the damage. Now you need to put the pressure on explosives. You know he's there. You can't jam that M-bar, and that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. He connects it, puts the damage in for the team. The
problem is his teammate actually died. Someone's just pushed him.
Do they have button control? They do not, but they know exactly where they both are. He's going to hit the side of the wall on that one. The player is down. Can't get the back A.
He's going to have to give up the hill.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you don't want to.
That's when you want to just reload that M-bar. That was going to be a free shot for him. But he's going to be accurate with it. But he has to be careful of how long he peeks out with that marks in the hand.
And bear in mind, the problem is Gosu Crew can't just send a ton of resources because Mental is here with button control. Optic Gaming having E now is so crucial. They should be able to do a ton of damage in terms of the points as long as Mental can stay alive. But Gosu Crew react to that. They go for a 2v1 on Mental. Now they have E control essentially because they have that button control. Explosive, he's trying to push, but Vital's wide, and Detox is still going to be up there. Explosive may have just thrown his life away.
It's so, you know, it's crazy when you watch Explosives play because he hits shots from behind him and on the side of him, and his character always stays facing forward, right? It's just a testament to his skill. But the M-bar does go in the hand. He missed both those shots, I believe, and 2 kills do go in favor of Optic. So Vital needs to make a vital play.
And this is the problem. Vital can no longer linger around the control tower. He has to push over towards the hill to try and go for the pick and connects with Praise. All of a sudden, though, Optic Gaming do have the lead in points. Someone will need to neutralize that D hill. That's where the big fight's going to come through. Bear in mind now, E is going to be neutral as well. No! So unbelievably close.
So close.
But time, of course, simply runs out.
Yeah, if they could have possibly, you know, taken explosives out a little bit quicker and kind of rotated down and maybe put the pressure on a home hill of Optic, that may have been the best thing. But like it is, that was a close round towards the end. We can probably pinpoint a few different moments. And I think it was a big major team fight down low on the incinerator where I would say will be the deciding moment in that round where Gosu should have had a clean win with Heza using that M-bar and watching over his teammates. But they kind of stalemated in that one, drawed out more time, and at that point, with the score ticking up, you find yourself in a difficult situation and sometimes unwinnable.
Well, you said you don't like to see teams wait too long before boom. Is it too long? 5-4 down. Gosu Crew decides to go for the boom drop. Too late, in your opinion here,
guy?
No,
it's not too late. It's still a good time. You're only down about 1 round. It's been a close series. You haven't lost momentum just yet.
And they were better with boom in the first half, too, I think it's fair to say.
We really were. The question is just when you want to put it down. And I'm all about right away. You know, of course, you know the marks is going to go down eventually. You know the M-bar is going to go down eventually. But put the most impactful weapon down as soon as you can.
Demo, he just grabbed boom.
Yeah.
And he somehow got away. That is so impressive. He's also found a pick on Summons, but Mental responds with a pick on Detox. All of a sudden, Mental flying forward. And actually, Vital there with a team call onto Clouts. Mental is just going to let him know about it.
Every time he does that, it was like he takes a breath, cracks his knuckles. Okay, gets back into the game.
Heza still up top.
I'm curious. Looking down, I see M-bar is going to be in the hand of Heza. He's in a 1v2. He took out explosives, gets reinforcements as well. When I'm looking down the weapons, and I don't see a boom, but here comes the sneak cap. E is already capped up, so that's where the button could not come into play, but the home hill was there for Gosu Crew.
Yeah, they were lucky. Essentially could have got trip cap there, but you stay alive. Now all of a sudden it's about, can you retake control of E? You have control. You have control of the button, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but you have to cap the hill first and foremost. As it stands, not able to do so. Stays neutral, as it does connect with a pick there onto summons, however. Bear in mind, there might be a fight over towards D relatively soon, but we'll stay with the fight over towards E. Still, of course, the more crucial is Heza finds a second pick now with Embar. Vital also shuts down Praise. Optic Gaming could be on the back foot.
They really can be. Gosu, this is their opportunity to tie it up 5-5. They recognize it. It's an 18-second respawn round. They need to push in. They need to make it happen. They get those kills. Looking for one more. They will get it. Working together. And Heza, I think he was able to get some damage in, but you see the kills going in favor of Gosu. Don't shoot your teammate this time, big fella.
He's so paranoid about it. So paranoid, but ultimately, you just have to secure the trip cap, and I think Gosu Crew have just done enough. They tie it up once again, 5-5 here in map 2.
Now this is where Optic finally gets challenged, right? They haven't had a close map like this all tournament long.
I agree, but it is worth mentioning this is only map 2. This isn't a game 3. This isn't like you're about to lose a series. You still have a map cushion.
They're still losing though. No, I'm just saying they're still losing rounds,
you
right?
could pretend, yeah, you're absolutely right. This is by far and away the closest. I mean, you look at their series earlier on. I mean, Farouk summed it up the best. He stood up to do an interview, and Optic Gaming sat down to play. He finished his interview. He looked around, and next thing you know, Optic Gaming had stood up. It was really that quick. A 14-0 destruction in their first pool game.
What I am saying is that I am happy that this Optic Gaming team realizes that they cannot be comfortable. Even with all the hype they've been given, they still have not proven anything yet. Online 2Ks don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? All I care about is the championships, how you perform on land as a unit, how you deal with the pressure, right?
It is a new team.
And they recognize that, and I see them. They're playing their hearts out.
It's definitely are. Solos with the first pick here in this round. Could be an important one. Can they spiral it to meet control over that boom? It is still down, and Solos is going to grab it. Clutch in a world of pain, being chased. Vital will grab Snipe. Can he put that to some use? And Solos, considering using the boom, will go for it. Explosive also shuts down Clutch, so the numbers definitely in Optic Gaming's favor.
Did he dodge that boom? At first I thought
this is what's interesting. This is why I love the sniper rifle pick, right? Because if they go for E-cap and they don't have control tower, you're stationary when you go for that button press. So it could be a very easy headshot with that sniper rifle. You just got to make sure you're alive, first and foremost, and be in a good position.
Definitely have to be in a good position. Optic Gaming looking to push through and try to close out this round and go to match point. Gosu staying alive, but with that kill, it's going to be difficult. And as I say, Demo, he finds one, but Detox is the only other player who can be in any position, and he's nowhere to be found. Optic Gaming goes match point.
Well, their backs were against the wall momentarily. This is definitely the biggest test they've had so far. Not over yet.
So I feel like even though with so many power weapons being on the map, you can't get lost in the sauce, right? Having to pick up every single weapon, unless you're kind of just running right past it and it's there, put it in your back pocket. But sometimes you're going to have to prioritize some of these other fights. If they take off the Marxes, I think that's going to be a great play. And that also means that the Marxes cannot come back on. You only can place weapons once. So whatever gets removed and switched out will not be able to come back in the round 13 if we do have one. So, all right, so they can be able to focus up. But you know how annoying explosives can be with those Marxes. You see him, he's got 14 kills, 15 downs, leading the top of the leaderboard. You know, and he doesn't have the most caps either. It's just showing how much damage he's putting out, right? And how annoying he was being with that weapon. So, let's see. Gosu, can you tie it up and send it to a round 13 and force a map 3?
20-second respawn round now, and Solar has already grabbed the boom, went down, and
he put some damage on his teammate as well.
That could be a massive mistake when Explosive does get away with his life. Momentarily, though, it is advantage for the Gosu Crew. As I say that, though, Clouds goes down. Snipe's been picked up as well. 2 players alive for Gosu Crew, 3 alive for Optic Gaming. This 1v1 is huge. We've seen Heza win them, and we've seen Praise win them so far this map. It really has been 50-50 up top. Praise, though, look at him, buying time, rolling, just being so good with the movement, forcing the fight, and ultimately wins the fight there as well.
And you see how these players using these movements to open up shots and open up opportunities to best their opponents. But a 2 hill cap is going in favor of Gosu. The boom shot is out of play.
What a shot.
that M-bar is going to play it in the hands of Praise. That's 4 down. Optic can close it out now. They're going to get control over the E-hill. They pick up another kill with the M-bar. The pressure's on top of Gosu's home hill. Somebody needs to go big, but the pressure is in place. Nobody can get it. And in a close map number 2, you thought Optic Gaming was going to be sweating over there, but they managed to finish out the map.
Well, they were tested, but they came out on top. A 2-0 victory for them, 6-5, or sorry, 7-5, I should say, the scoreline there in map 2. And it's fair to say they stayed cool, calm, and composed, and ultimately won the map.
But if, you know,